What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Aaron. This is Aaron's Aquatics, and today I want to take a step back from the saltwater tank and talk a little bit about the Dutch dwarf puffer tank. And I say Dutch in the loosest of terms, primarily because of some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today. Okay, so as you saw the title of this video, this is really about the algae problems that I've been having in this tank. It's not the reason why I haven't been showing this to you guys, is that I have a very limited amount of time, and that focus has been on the 250-gallon saltwater build. So I apologize, but let's go ahead and talk about it right now. This is the dwarf puffer tank. All 5 puffers are doing absolutely fantastic. Bubbles are everywhere because the CO2 is on right now. I worked from home today, so I'm doing this a little bit earlier than normal when my CO2 is usually off. So let's talk about the algae issues, what I've done, what I'm going to continue to be doing. Let me go ahead and show you guys a little bit. So it's not nearly bad as it was before, and it's because of some of the methods that I've been doing. But on the other side, some of it has gotten worse. Okay, so as you can see on the glass, on the right side here, and you can see it pretty much everywhere else, there's a little bit of green spot algae that's just clinging to the glass. Not really that big of a deal. I mean, this was a somewhat new build with some new media, so some of that stuff is expected. To kind of temporarily solve that, because I was tired of scraping it off with my razor blade every single day, was to get a Nerite snail, and he's been doing absolutely fine. Some of you may find issue with that with dwarf puffers, but in my experience, dwarf puffers won't attack something that large. So each puffer has their own experience, but so far my 5 have left them alone, just like my Bloody Mary shrimp, who they leave alone, and they're doing wonderfully, actually. In fact, multiple of my Bloody Mary shrimp are buried right now. They're doing great. And by the way, quick shout out to my Crystal Reds. You guys haven't seen them in a while. We'll do a video for them later. They're just chowing down. My Otto absolutely loves shrimp food, by the way. Oh great, they took it out of my little tray. I gave you guys a tray to eat food, damn it. Okay, so let's talk about what algae I have, what I've done so far to fix it, and where we're gonna kind of go from here. So let's start off with the I was about to say GSP, the green spot algae. That's really a non-issue, I think. I've got really that under control. One of the main issues that I've been seeing is this green hair algae right here. You can see it on top of my HC dwarf baby tears. It's really been starting to cling to my dwarf baby tears more often. Initially, it was over basically everything, and I've been manually taking it out. I mean, my shrimp have been doing work, and you can see them in the back right there. They're kind of doing their thing. And so on the plants themselves, they seem to be okay, except for the dwarf baby tear. So I'm going to monitor that, see where we go. I feel confident that I'm getting that under control. Now that I haven't just been removing it manually. I've been doing a couple things. So first and foremost, there were some dead plants in here that I had no idea were actually dead. The tops of them, just like you can see, I believe this is my Rotala, it looked perfect. It looked red, a dark deep red. Some of them had dark green colors, but at the base they were rotted out. So I think part of that may have to do with my own issues of planting them. I may have made a mistake or two on a few of them, and that's what caused some of these bare patches of plants. So I took them out, removing that nitrate source, that source of energy for algae. So that's one part of it. The other part is I have been reducing my total fertilization dosing regimen. So I use Greenleaf Aquarium's macro and micro dosing. This gets both my macro and micronutrients. I dose this daily, and on Sundays I do a 50% water change. It's usually my regimen. So initially I have been using this eyedropper to do about, I think initially it was 2 milliliters of my macros a day, and then 4 drops of the micro per day. I've cut that in half. I'm now only doing 1 milliliter of macros and 2 drops of micros, and it seems to be doing well. The plants don't seem to have an adverse effect, but the algae seems to, you know, be hurting. So that leads me to the more scary algae that I'm not entirely sure what to do with. I really haven't had that much experience with it, but if you look here at the plants, right there on the top of the red, I don't know if you can see, it should be right there in the center of the screen, there's some black hair looking algae. It's starting to grow just recently within the last day or two on top of these plants, a little bit on the Bacopa in the back, and you can see right there at the front tips of these plants here. So I'm not entirely sure how to deal with black beard algae. From what I know, it has to do with CO2 inconsistencies. My regulator has been on a pattern consistently for, like, since I set up this tank. Okay, that's the bubbles per second. I think it's around 3-ish bubbles per second for this tank, which seem to be doing well. My current plan is to reduce my overall photo period. What I'm not entirely sure is how much I want to reduce or increase my CO2. It seems that, assuming this is black beard algae, that CO2 plays one of the largest roles with that. So hopefully I can get that dialed in. If any of you have advice or have dealt with black beard algae or green hair algae, I'm sure plenty of you have, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. I'm always open to hearing new things from the community. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll be able to resolve these algae issues soon. Look forward to the next video. The next video I do of this tank will most likely be a species spotlight of the Indian dwarf puffer. I've had a lot of experience with them in the past, and I've been having great success with housing dwarf shrimp, amano shrimp, and somewhat large snails inside this tank. So if you guys are looking forward to that, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you're interested in following my saltwater build, I have a playlist available now that you guys can go ahead and see. Hopefully soon I'll be doing a full overview of the equipment, the sump, and doing a full hard plumb video, which I'm really looking forward to. So thank you guys for watching. My name is Aaron. This is Aaron's Aquatics. I'll see you next time.